Give us 30 seconds, guys. Just going to get the FA Cup live stream up and running. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Bid 18, the Watford fan channel. I think I've just spilt my water ahead of the FA Cup third round draw, which I'm really looking forward to this evening, guys. Watford are ball number 40. The ball number 40 this evening, which is really exciting. The third round draw, of course, is going to divide opinion, the FA Cup, whether we go for it. As a Watford fan, we'd love to get a bit of silverware in our cabinet, but do we focus on the league? Do we focus on the cup? Let me know down in the comment section below. Apologies about the spillage of water. Just getting a little bit excited ahead of the draw. We're going to try and get the FA Cup BBC live stream up so we don't miss any coverage from you guys. Let me know how you're feeling ahead of the draw. I'm really excited, by the way. Jacob, yo, please give us a League 2 team. I hope so. We want to get as far as possible in the cup, don't we? Got to give the cup a good go. When does the draw start, Charlie? It starts in around 10 minutes or so. Live coverage has begun on BBC One, but we're waiting for the draw to actually commence. There's still going to be live coverage, hopefully in the next 10 minutes. But what I want to know from you guys, 23 watching at the moment, who would you like in the next round? Who would you like in the third round? The first round that we're in, obviously, starts in the qualifying round, starts at non-league, and that's the magic of the FA Cup. Right at the start, we've got some of the lowest teams in English football, and then you work your way up to the final and two of the biggest teams in England. So it's I think it's a brilliant competition. But let me know, who would you like in the draw? Let me know. So anyone but Luton, Brentford. Mark Hughes has been sacked. Yeah, he has been sacked. But let me know down in the comment section below. We're talking about the third round. Who would you like in the third round? Luton. Someone said someone who's rubbish, which QPR, that is a great shout. QPR would be a tasty fixture. Arsenal, Premier League. How do you guys view the FA Cup? Do you think we should give it a really good go this year? Because obviously under Quique Sanchez-Flores in that 2015-16 season, that was a magnificent campaign, and we really did get to see some of the best football that season anyway, and that was in the FA Cup. We had a pretty easy run, to be honest with you. So I would like to have another day out of Wembley. You can't beat that as a football fan, can you? Let me know down in the comments, who would you like? Wimbledon, QPR, or Barnet says Shane. Norwich says Seb. Arsenal says Fusion H1. Zola's doing the draw. Brilliant stuff. Can't wait to have a look at that. Okay, we've got... we can watch it. Oh, that's great stuff. Right, I've got a live stream now, guys. Obviously, I can't view it on the channel because we'll probably get the channel taken down due to copyright strike. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, who do you want? Let me know. I have to say, I'll be honest, I think the FA Cup's definitely underappreciated. I remember talking to Luther Blissett about this on the radio, and we were talking about whether we should prioritise cup competitions for a club like Watford. Now, I said to him I wasn't really too fussed about the Carabao Cup. I thought it was a competition which wasn't a priority at the time when we faced ahead of Reading. And Luther was adamant, and as a Watford legend and someone who's been there, done that, and done everything at Watford really, he said that FA Cup was some of the greatest games of his career. So I think from a player perspective, clearly the FA Cup means a lot. But as a fan, do we see it in the same light? I'm not too sure. I think some clubs, particularly the higher clubs, don't really see it. And actually the relegation club, the Premier League clubs effectively don't really put the FA Cup in high esteem. But I think for a club like Watford, it'd be brilliant to get a bit of silverware in the cabinet. Granted, I don't think we'll probably win it, but to have a really good cup run and similar to that one in 2015-16 would be absolutely fantastic. Need a trophy. Another way into Europe. Brilliant suggestion, Jake. It is. Jacob, will you play it loud with the volume? No, I won't, Charlie. I don't know whether the audio is going to be copyrighted as well. I know it's a really big issue at the moment, the FA Cup and the BBC's coverage and get copyright on YouTube. I don't want to risk it, unfortunately. Nicholas says Walsall. Charlie says Sunderland. Yeah, a local one would be really nice. I think I agree with Shane about Barnet. I mean, they're just down the road. It'd be great to kind of sell out. I know they've got that new stand at Barnet at the Hive. A really nice stand. I think it could take over 1,500 in that stand, 2,000, which would be brilliant and would sell out pretty much immediately. And it's an easy one to get to, only about half an hour down the road. Yeah, I'll say, if you would like me, do you want me to say all the other fixtures, or are you just bothered about Watford's? I'm more than happy to read them all out. QPR would be a very tasty one. Now, I was talking to Danny Hyman at Leicester City away on Saturday, and he was like, he absolutely hates QPR for some reason. Obviously, I'll have to ask him about that. But I remember when they came to Vicarage Road in 2010-11, and Adel Taarabt was their main man, and Tommy Smith, the former Watford legend, scored in front of the away fans, and he didn't celebrate. Fair play to him, but there was a lot of QPR fans in the home end that day, and that didn't go down well with the Watford fans. I really do hate them. Look, Danny is in the chat. There we go. Is the quality poor? Let me know. More than happy to see if I can improve it. Yeah, sorry, I was getting a bit excited. I don't know what I've done here. Just drinking water ahead of the FA Cup draw and spilt it all over me. I do apologise. Right. Leicester game was shocking. I agree, Jake. Right, Zola. Oh my God, Gianfranco Zola doing the draw. How much do we love this man? Oh my, I absolutely adore him. I mean, when he was at Watford, words can't describe the emotion that season, 2012-13. Some of the high points. I mean, it started off away at Crystal Palace when we won 3-2. Matty Vidra scored, and we're thinking, you know what, we've actually got a real team on our hands. And then to cap it all off with the Deeney scenes come May was unbelievable. But I'd say Gianfranco Zola is a legend of Watford Football Club. I think just for that season, what he did for the club was fantastic. And to be the first manager under the Pozzo era, technically it was Sean Dyche, but they sacked him. But Gianfranco Zola, everyone's got to love him, haven't they? I think he's a top bloke. Quality good. Okay, that's okay. Sorry about that if there was any poor connections. But yeah, before it starts, pretty sure it's a couple of minutes away from commencing. Let me know down in the comments, who would you like in the FA Cup third round. It always gets a little bit exciting, this one, to see who we are actually going to get. I will read each tie out. My personal preference would be a local one, QPR, Barnet, but obviously the one that stands out is Luton Town. Last time we met was in 2006, I believe. So it's been a long time. A lot of Watford fans want it. A lot of actually Watford fans say they don't want it. It's kind of 50-50 at the moment. Some people are saying, you know what, I want to experience a Luton game at Kenilworth Road, a really tasty affair. But at the same time, some fans are saying, well, actually, Luton Town could do a job on us, and it would look embarrassing if we didn't get anything out of the game. We're number 40. Yes, we are number 40, Philip. So look out for that in the third round draw. We are number 40. Really looking forward to this one. It would be great to smash Luton 4-0, wouldn't it, Seb? It'd be absolutely phenomenal. Tomorrow, obviously, Manchester City going away from the FA Cup. We've got Manchester City at home, which is lining up to be a pretty damning, a damning fixture for Watford, because obviously last year 6-1 didn't go down too well. Oh God! And the year before, was it 5-1? And I mean, Walter Mazzari, that was a horror show that day. Last game of the season, last home game of the season. Oh, that was bad, really bad. Hopefully not a repeat. I really hope there's not a repeat. I think it is damage limitation, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, ahead of Man City tomorrow. The quality they have in their ranks, and I do really recommend that you go and watch Shane's preview, because he got it spot on. We can't go in with, obviously you can't be too pessimistic, but we've got to go in with a bit of optimism and see if we can maybe nick a draw. But Shane was 95% certain that we won't be getting a result tomorrow come 8 o'clock at Vicarage Road. I think we're a couple of minutes away from kicking off the third round FA Cup draw. Let me know down in the comments just before it gets underway, who would you like to see? It'd be great to smash Luton 4-0. Too many idiots will take the Luton game as an excuse to be stupid. I think that is a very good point. We don't want it to just be a riot and a reason for a riot, as Lloyd Griffith comes on the screen. We don't want it to be just an excuse to have riots at Vicarage Road. I think there was one time I was watching on YouTube, I think it was 2001, there was a pitch invasion at Vicarage Road between the two sides, which didn't go down too well, of course, with the police. I'd quite like a League Two team on Man U. Yeah, it's kind of two other ends of the spectrum. The Watford gangster. On the one hand, you want a good tie, but at the same time, you want to be going as far as possible in the competition. So it's just kind of weighing those two sides up. I think we're about to get underway, approaching full 22, 40 past 22. Any last comments before it gets underway? Ball number 40, as we've said. I mean, obviously, fond memories in the FA Cup. Watford getting to the FA Cup final and were defeated in the end by Everton, which was a disappointing day. Obviously, I wasn't there in the 1980s, but what it does just highlight is that was one of the big bits of Watford's history. And imagine if we did get that FA Cup win, that would live with us forever. And actually, you mentioned Luton; they won the League Cup, so they've got a bit of silverware. And I believe the FA Cup draw is about to commence. I think it is. Right. Yeah, Mark Chapman next to the FA Cup in all its glory. Fun fact, I have actually touched the FA Cup, which when I was 8, I think, it was on a Watford FC Trust football camp. That's my claim to fame with the FA Cup. That's the nearest I'm ever going to get to it. Unless Watford one day can bring it home to Vicarage Road. But we'll be seeing their FA Cup journey in just a couple of minutes and where it will be starting. Rude Hullet, Paul Ince joining Mark Chapman in the BBC studios. I think it's just outside. They're actually at the Guiseley game. Is it Guiseley Fleetwood? I think that they're at the Guiseley Stadium. Just ahead of kickoff. That game gets underway at 8 o'clock. So they're doing it just before it starts. 38 watching. Right, guys, get in the chat. Who would you like? Fine, I know I keep asking, but I really want to hear everyone's opinion. We've got Luton, we've got QPR, Barnet, we've got Man U, we've got poor sides, we've got good sides. Who do you want to see in the FA Cup draw? Let me know. Oh, they always do this talking bit beforehand. It's a little bit frustrating, isn't it? You just want to get it underway. Guiseley Fleetwood, yeah, it was Guiseley Fleetwood. Just starting.
You feel it also, the buzz.
Right. Just about to get going. Just starting. Can you read out all the draw as it happens? Will do. Nicholas, how would you do fan cabs and Luton? Yeah, that would be tasty. I have a mate who supports Barnet. I'd love to draw them and batter them. I would like to draw Barnet. I think it'd be a really good away day. Just a little reminder before we get underway. Watford are ball number 40. Ball number 40. If you hear it on the FA Cup draw, that is our number. Some notable ones on here. Barnet at 59 for anyone who was wondering. Manchester City at 23. Our opponents tomorrow. Manchester United at 24. Tottenham at 39. Arsenal number 2. Chelsea 12. But they're the big dogs. But yeah, the Barnet one was a notable that kept coming up in the live chat. And they're ball number 59. Right. Rude Hillet pouring all those numbered balls. God, that could have come out really wrong. Numbered balls into the pot. Joined by Paul Ince this evening ahead of Guiseley versus Fleetwood, which kicks off at 8 o'clock. Imagine if they did just leave a ball in that bag. Oh, imagine. I think they'd have to redo the whole thing. But what was really interesting was when they do kind of rehearsals of this. Oh, Rude Hullet, he's got his hand in it. I'll speak after about the situation. I was wondering. Ball number 6, which is Bolton. Bolton will be facing number 61, Walsall Sunderland, so not us for now. Ball number 26, that is Millwall. Oh, no, not repeat, please. Number 18, oh, I was getting a bit nervous there. I don't really want to go to the Den, to be honest with you. Millwall facing Hull. Ball number 64. That is Gillingham at home to number 11, Cardiff. Oh, that's a big trip up for Cardiff. Every trip is, to be honest. Imagine living in Wales. I couldn't do that. Long trips up the country. Ball number 7. That is Brentford. Oh, I wouldn't mind Brentford away. I think that'd be a really good one, like the pre-season game. Ball number 58, and that is Oxford United. Ball number 35, Sheffield Wednesday. They'll be playing at Hillsborough. Number 46. Oh, I thought it was 40 for a minute. 46, and that is Luton. So Luton Town are out of the draw. We won't be facing them in the 3rd round. That is confirmed. They're facing Sheffield Wednesday away. Manchester United at home have been drawn at home at Old Trafford to number 32, which is Reading. Ooh. Pretty comprehensive. Number 15, that is Everton. Oh, I wouldn't mind Everton away. Come on. Number 40. Number 56, and that is Lincoln City. Oh, fair play to Lincoln. They'll get a good day out at Goodison Park, the League 2 outfit. Number 48, that is Tranmere or Southport. God, I wouldn't mind going to Southport. I've never been up there. Number 39, very close to 40. Number 39, Tottenham. Oh, that's the best draw so far. Tranmere or Southport will be playing Tottenham at home. Number 30. Number 30 is Preston North End. They're playing at home. Oh, God, fond memories of Miguel Bristol's getting sent off. Number 63, Doncaster Rovers. Oh, Miguel Bristol's getting sent off in the Carabao Cup. God. Number 27, Newcastle United are going to be playing at home. Number 5, Blackburn Rovers. Number 12, Chelsea. Oh, at Stamford Bridge. Here we go. Number 29, which is Nottingham Forest. Oh, that is a throwback to the good times of English football. I'll tell you that for nothing. 13 is Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace away. Would you take that? Watford fans, let me know. 52, which is Grimsby. Oh, another good one for a lower league side, similar to Lincoln City, getting a Premier League outfit. Number 14, that is Derby County. Frank Lampard's Derby County. They'll be playing at Pride Park against number 36, which is Southampton. Oh, I could see an upset on the cards there. Number 62, that is Accrington Stanley. Accrington Stanley. They're going to be playing at home at the Wham Stadium. Number 19, Ipswich Town. Good draw for Accrington, that one. Number 9, Troy Deeney. No, joking. Number 9, Bristol City. They're going to be playing at home. Number 17, which is Huddersfield. Oh, that's another good tie. Bristol City versus Huddersfield. Getting halfway through the draw now. 47, number 47, that is Wrexham or Newport. Oh, it's a long trip up. And number 21, they'll be playing Leicester City. Our victors on Saturday. Number 16, that is Fulham. Oh, and a trip up to Craven Cottage would be nice, a local one. And that they'll be playing number 55, and that is Oldham Athletic. So good draw again for Oldham, another Premier League side. Some good draws in here. Number 50, that is Shrewsbury Town. They'll be playing at home to number 37, Stoke City. It's dragging on. Watford haven't been picked out yet, and they definitely didn't. I'm not getting picked out now because I saw number 40 in the pot. Number 51. Solihull or Blackpool. Blimey. Number 2. Arsenal. Oh, goodness gracious me. That is the best one so far. Solihull could be playing Arsenal. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Even Blackpool playing Arsenal. That's amazing. 23. Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. They'll be playing number 33, which is Rotherham United. A really good draw for the Championship side. They've been struggling of late, but they'll be going up to the Etihad. Number 1, Bournemouth. I've just got pictures of Emma Saunders saying number 1, Aurelio Gomez. Bournemouth will be playing number 8, which is Brighton & Hove Albion. A real tasty affair on the south coast. Bournemouth versus Brighton. Number 42, not number 40. It's dragging on. It is dragging on. Number 4, West Ham United at the London Stadium. We'll be playing Birmingham City. Oh, these are some good draws coming out. Number 54, that is Woking. We've played them in pre-season. Who are they going to get? And they've got Watford. It's Woking versus Watford. At home to Watford. It's going to be Woking versus Watford. Wowee. That is an interesting one. We played them in pre-season. We played an under-23 game in pre-season against them, but not since then and not a competitive fixture, I believe. I don't think we've ever played them. So an FA Cup draw. We're facing Woking away from home in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. I will be making the trip up there. Hopefully, a new ground to tick off. QPR, for anyone who was interested, have just been drawn to number 20, which is Leeds United. But let me know down the live chat. We have got Woking. Wowee. What is everyone thinking about that? Woking away. Wow. We'll just tweet that out quickly. FA Cup 3rd round draw. Woking versus Watford. Who would have thought that? I mean, it's I think it's quite a good away game. I have to be honest with you. Quite happy with that. So, yeah, Woking are Watford's opponents in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. A real old-school clash. A non-league ground, I believe, Woking. Let me do a little bit of background research on Woking. I know we have played them in pre-season before. I think that was an under-23 game. But apart from that, I really do not know a lot about them. So, they're a non-league side. They play in the National League, which is... I mean, I really like the fact we've got a National League game. I think that's a really nice tie. Obviously, an upset is on the cards. Having said that, yeah, I think we should be getting the win. There's no doubt about it. We should be getting a win. They're not a good side, let's be honest. They're National League. No disrespect to Woking. It's a big game for them. They'll be hosting Watford, a Premier League outfit, in the FA Cup. I'm sure it will be a sellout. We'll get a big allocation, which is always good in the FA Cup ties. But yeah, no, really interesting one. I would have not put money on us getting Woking in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Let me know down in the live chat what you make of Woking. We have drawn Woking the 3rd round. Let's be honest, obviously it's a National League side. We should be winning, but an upset is on the cards. And as Hanyan mentioned, we cannot be complacent. We cannot take this for granted, because the amount of times we saw Gillingham under Matsari, that 2016-17 Carabao Cup fixture, and we got knocked out, and that was an awful day at the office. We were a Premier League side, and we got defeated by, I think it was League One at Gillingham. That was embarrassing. So we cannot be losing away to Woking just for our pride. And it's a good start to an FA Cup campaign. You can't really go wrong with it, to be honest with you. So yeah, the tie will be played over the weekend of Saturday, January the 5th, which is, you know, it's an interesting one. But I would love to go. I'd really love to go up to Woking and experience a proper lower kind of English football clash. I'm sure you'll be making the trip down. Let me know down in the live chat if you will be making the trip to Woking. I'm sure there'll be a lot of fans who will be wanting to go, because it's not like the sanitised English football. It's a real kind of non-league, non-league affair, which would be brilliant to experience. Is it standing? Oh, Woking away end. Let's have a look. Is it terraces? Oh, that would be brilliant if it was. Oh, it is. Is it terraces? Oh, that is fantastic. I actually really love to go to that. I think the tie will also give Javi the opportunity to rotate. Of course, we want to treat the FA Cup with as much respect as possible, but for no disrespect to a club like Woking, we should be rotating and giving others a chance. But I think we do need to keep the core of the squad in, because as someone mentioned in the live chat, we cannot be complacent. They have one big stand. Yes, Ross, I've just had a little look, hour away or so it should be quite an easy one to get to. So yeah, that is the FA Cup draw. I think they've just wrapped up, but I mean, there was another really big one in there. I think it was Solihull or Blackpool versus Arsenal. I mean, my God, that is unbelievable. So yeah, just to confirm, Watford have been drawn Woking away from home in the third round of the FA Cup. That tie will be played on January the 5th, 2019, at the start of the new year, which I'm really looking forward to, and hopefully we'll be making the trip up to Woking. Yeah, I mean, last couple of years we've kind of, well, 2015-16 was the last time we went really far in the FA Cup, and then not until into the 1980s. But yeah, I mean, last year, under Matt Sarri, I remember that Burton game, and it kind of gave the likes of Brandon Mason the opportunity to show what they can do. So maybe Javi Gracia will, he will know that this is a great opportunity to rotate and give the likes of Ben Wilmot, Keena. You look at some of the fringe players as well to kind of give a really good account of themselves, and hopefully, if at that point we're on really good form, we can give the license to rotate and change the side around. But that is where I'm going to wrap up the FA Cup draw. So Watford have been drawn Woking away from home. That tie will be played on January the 5th, 2019. Will you do fan cams, Jacob? Yes, I will be doing fan cams. Hopefully, if I can get tickets. I don't know how big the allocation is, because Woking, of course, isn't the biggest of clubs and the biggest of grounds. But one thing's for certain, we'll be trying our best to get as much content from that one. So it is 6,000 capacity, 2,500 seated. So it's pretty much a terrace stadium. So it's a real throwback to the good times of English football. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. 1,700 away end, so not the biggest. I'm sure it'll be A+ and maybe a bit of A. So we'll try our best to get tickets. But as I said, guys, Watford have been drawn Woking away from home. Tie will be played on the weekend of January the 5th. Let me know what you make of it down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching the live stream. Make sure you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow for Manchester City at home at Vicarage Road. It's going to be a tough one, but we'll see you then.